All right. Hey, today we're talking about things that you can do to reach young families, practical things. And so today we're going to cover three things that I did, or I still do actually, with my iPhone. Things you can do with your iPhone to help you reach a new young family. So let's get going here at the Better Sundays podcast at reachkeep.com. Welcome to the Better Sundays podcast. Focused, practical, and usable advice for church leaders looking to reach new young families and impact their community. Well, howdy. Mike Holmes in studio here, and I'm glad to be with you and spend a little bit of time with you again talking about reaching young families. You know, one of the things that I see when I travel around America, you probably have seen it too, or at least heard about it, is the graying of the local church. And our churches, so many of them are just filled with older senior saints, and wonderful to have senior saints. I am one of them now myself, and I'm glad I'm around. But we do need to have young people in our churches, and we need to kind of make church young again. We need to get the average age down a little bit. And the way we do that is by reaching new young families. And so our entire podcast, and really just about our entire ministry for the last many years, has been helping churches like yours to reach out and get newer young families, so it lowers that average age so that your older people have some younger people to teach and to train. You know, older people have a lot of great stuff. You know, they say the gray hair, the Bible calls it the silver hair or something like that. The idea that they have wisdom that can be given out, but they have to give wisdom to someone's younger than them, not older than them. That's the way it just generally works. So we want to do everything we can to help get new young families into church, and we've been covering very practical things. We're talking about ways that your sermons can help reach young families, a way that your announcements can reach young families, a way that your programs can reach new young families. All those we're covering in this little series here, this mini-series. Last week we covered the idea of what you can buy at Walmart that will help you reach young families. I mean, this is practical stuff. So today I'm going to give you some things that I have done with my phone, things that I have done, okay, not just theory, but we do this all the time and have done it over and over and over. Things that I have done on my phone to help you reach young families. So I'm going to start out with the most practical one of all that your phone has, and that is it has a camera and you can take pictures. This is the idea of using the photographic side of your phone and taking pictures of young families and getting those pictures then where people can see them. Now, there's a variety of ways to do this. Every youth activity that you have, every big children's event, whatever it happens to be, make sure that you're taking pictures. Now, for those of you that are concerned about taking pictures of young people and posting it in different places, we created a release. When we have our children come join our ministry or be involved in the ministry, we have some things that they have to sign up for, kind of sign off on, you know, the medical stuff. If someone gets hurt, we can take them to hospital and some of that. We also have a photographic release that we use, and you can find copies of that online at many places. Or if you need to see mine specifically, you can go to our coaching button, click on the coaching button there at the top of the reachkeep.com page. It's a big green bar. We'll get online, share some of that stuff with you, more details on how that, but I can share with you specifically how we do the photograph release. But you want to take pictures of your kids and your young people, because young families take pictures. I just came from a graduation, we went out of town, went to graduation, did a little fun afterwards. We took so many pictures, you wouldn't believe it. That's what young families do. And they line up here, get a picture of this, get a picture of that. Folks love cameras. Now, my era, pictures cost a lot of money. We didn't take a lot, but now I've got used to it, and I got, 60,000 or something on my phone here that I've taken. Families, young families especially, like to take photographs and get those things around. So number one, take pictures of your activities that you have, and then show those pictures, and you can just say on your Sunday morning when you're doing your announcements, say, by the way, we had a great youth activity last night or 2 nights ago. Here's a few pictures pictures of the kids bowling and boom, boom, boom. You show 2 or 3 great pictures. People relate to that. It's very good for them to do that. You can get a little fancier and take a whole activity and put it together, make a little slideshow. That's kind of a nice thing to do. Another great tip for pictures is we have our Sunday school teachers will take pictures of the younger children when they're in a Sunday school class, like they're coloring or they're gluing popsicle sticks together. They're doing something kind of photogenic, kind of crafty, and some of that. We will have the Sunday school teachers take a picture and send it to the parents just right then, or send it, right after Sunday school is over, right after church is over, so that the parents get those pictures right away, and they go, hey, I saw you were making a Noah's Ark, or you were, gluing marshmallows together, or whatever it happened to be, and the kids and the parents get talking about it, and the parents can show the pictures to the kids. Lots of times the kids don't even know the pictures were being taken. So take lots of pictures. That's one thing you can do with your phone. It's very easy. The second thing I do with my phone all the time is after church, before church, on Saturdays, on Sundays, all the time throughout the week, is I text people links. I send them something more than just the link. Now, I've got in the habit of teaching or talking to our people on Saturdays, Fridays and Saturdays, and I send them a text link and I say, hey, don't forget to come to church. We got, it's going to be an awesome day. I'm teaching about this topic. Hope to see you there, that type of thing. And you end it with kind of a question. You think you'll make it? Are you guys back in town? Or how did graduation go? And then you start to create some relationship with the phone. And a lot of young people, that's where their deep relationships are. They're not necessarily face-to-face, but they're, keyboard to keyboard. Nothing wrong with that. Deep relationships can be many different ways. A lot of people wrote letters to, my wife and I corresponded old-fashioned, letters for a long time before we were married. So one of those things can happen. But send text to them and let them know. But you send a link. So here's what you do is you get their phone number, and I'll tell you how to get that here in just a little bit. But you get their phone number, and when they attend church, then after church, you send them a link of something that is important to them. It could be a link of the pictures that you just the little slideshow you made. It could be a link of a YouTube video, like perhaps you found a really special arrangement of How Great Thou Art or something, and you played that in church, and you say, hey, I can send you that. You can have that song. Not only can you remember it from church here, but you can play it every day because I'm going to send you a link. Write your number on the connection card. I'll make sure I send you the link today. So you can send links like that. You can send resources to websites. This is very important. Young families spend way more time digging into websites and all that stuff than older people my age. But they want to get resources. That's how they do it. They spend time looking up things. They're not always just playing a game on their phone. Sometimes they're looking up, how to cook something, how to make something, houses for sale, this, that, the other thing, how to raise children. And you're going to send them a link on how to raise stepkids or how to deal with an angry child. Or you're going to send them to a website that has a resource that would be helpful. We always say pastors should every Sunday solve a problem. Okay, every Sunday solve a problem. This is one of those ways that you solve a problem. You send links to people. So your phone can be used for the photographs and all that stuff, but you can also send links. Now you can send links of YouTube stuff, whatever. You can send website links, but you can also send just PDFs, okay? And I think you all know what that means. A PDF is just a document. It's a picture of a document, and it may be like a list of Bible verses that you created on how to win over depression. And you have, read this verse, then read this verse, then do, answer this question, then read this verse. Make a little thing like that. And that way you put a little Monday in your sermon, as we say, a little follow-up in your sermon, and people will get the PDF and they'll sign up for it. You'll send it to them, and then they will go through this little personal Bible study, and you can create some relationships and help disciple them. So, pictures, links, those are the first two. The last one is the one that I kind of mentioned earlier already here. And this is just what I call the blitz. It's the Saturday blitz. It's where you spend time making your phone obey you, and you connect to people with your phone on Saturday. You need to connect to, and I guarantee you try this, it will be remarkable, but every phone number that you have for every person in your church, if you have a church of 50, you're going to have, quite a few of those phone numbers of those people. You send them a text message on Saturday, say, I can't wait to see you guys on Sunday. It's going to be great. I got this, message I'm preaching on such and such. Hope you can be there. Don't forget we're doing the barbecue afterwards, or, put some little announcement to it. It will be a great time for your family. Make sure you end with some type of benefit. Don't just send a text that says, don't forget church tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Okay? You want to say, hey, we're working on building strong families, and tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I've got a message that comes out of the last book of Joshua, and it's all about choosing to be the right kind of family. Tomorrow I'm going to teach people how to choose to be the right kind of family. Hope to see you at 11 o'clock. That type of thing. Make sure you put the benefit in there. But it's the blitz. In other words, you take time to do it. Now, if your phone, most of you can text with your thumbs real fast, that type of stuff. I talk to my phone and make it do it. And if you've got Siri or some of the other things on the phone, you can make that happen. I don't know how it works on Android, the Hey Google thing or whatever, but you can talk to your phone and you can make it do things and say things or send text messages for you. So you just say, hey, I was just driving down the road thinking about you, wondering how your dog did after it got hit by the tractor, hoping to see you tomorrow. We're doing that stuff on family. It's going to be great. I know you guys are interested in family stuff, so hope to see you. So, but you just leave little bitty messages there, and you get those things out there, and make sure again that you make them solution based or whatever. So when you're blitzing and sending stuff out, you can say, hey, oh, by the way, I got a website here that's got a really good song. I'm going to play this tomorrow, and you send them the song, the YouTube song of How Great Thou Art that you're going to play tomorrow, and they can watch it. And if you say, I'm going to play this tomorrow in church, guarantee a lot of people are going to be watching that and seeing what it is. It's just the way they are. People love their phones. They spend time on there. So your phone can do all of those things. Now, if you don't have their phone number, this doesn't work. So when people come in this day and age, they fill out a visitor card, and maybe it has an email address. Very rarely does it have a cell phone thing. I've been in several churches over the last several weeks doing some assessment, moving different around. Not a single church asked me for a phone number, but that is my primary way of communication in this day and age. So we got to sharpen up, figure out how to get their phone numbers. So you need to learn how to do that. The way to do that is using a connection card, and I can teach you all about that. I have a free resource for you. It's on our website. You go to reachkeep.com/connection, the word connection, and you put your little thing and address there, and boom, it's going to send it to you right away. It's about a 10 or 12 page document, a little guidebook that we created on how to use a connection card. The main thing about a connection card is that you will get their mobile numbers, and you'll be able to use those mobile numbers to connect to people and reach those new young families. If we are going to reach new young families, we need to do young family things. Young families spend 5 to 6 hours a day with their phone in their hand. Okay? Blows your mind, but that's the statistics. It's an amazing amount of time that they spend reading or looking or listening or something, and we can connect to them through an iPhone. So these are 3 things that I have done and continue to do at our local church, and continue to train pastors around the country on how to do that. If you would like to learn how to do that, if you would like to get better at this stuff, the best way is to get you involved in some of our coaching. And we have a free coaching session for you. All you have to do is sign up, and you go to reachkeep.com, the green bar across the top. Make sure you just click on that. It will send you to my little scheduler, and boom, you can pick a slot that works for you. And we'll be talking on the phone or doing a Zoom call, face-to-face Zoom call, whichever works for you. But we will get connected and help you out. And then if you need that connection card guidebook and want to figure out how to better do the whole visitor card thing, make sure that you get the connection card guidebook, and that's at reachkeep.com/connection. So, hey, we're here to help you. We are here for you. This is Mike at the Better Sundays podcast, and we appreciate you taking time. If this has been helpful, give us the old thumbs up. Appreciate that. Make sure you share it. You can hit the little share button there, and then it copies the link, and you can paste it into your browser. You can paste it into a Facebook page. You can paste it into an email to a pastor friend of yours, someone in your Sunday school, one of your Sunday school teachers needs this kind of stuff. Make sure that you are sharing these links around and helping other people, helping raise all the boats go up when the tide goes up. We want to do everything we can to help everybody with this. So God bless you, and we will see you next time here at the Better Sundays podcast at reachkeep.com.